Well, good morning. This is Leroy McFall here in Huntsville, Alabama. And this morning we'll take a little break from the steel guitar and we're going to process some whole almonds. These are whole almonds, supreme whole almonds that we get through a co-op that we use that ships them in from Michigan, Ohio area, up in that area. And we go down and pick them up off the truck when the semi comes in. And we get a lot of good foods, good fresh foods, and it's all good natural stuff, healthy. What we're going to do today is I'm going to process this for all uses. My love loves to have them processed down to where she can put them on everything she thinks of. Almonds is good for you. They're very good. They got a lot of good minerals and they're just overall good for your health. I put them in my oatmeal. I put them in maybe not as much stuff as my wife does, but I try to use them as much as possible. So the country I get these, the people I get this from is Country Life Natural Foods out of Michigan. So this is what the almonds look like. Whole almonds, very good. They're tasty if you just use them whole, but we take them, we break them down and put them in a jar for use to powder or whatever to use in all the products, oatmeal, ice cream, whatever you want them on. Well, to get started in processing the almonds, you need to have some good machinery around the house, and we got a KitchenAid food processor that really does the job, and we're proud of it. Now, before I started processing it in this, I went through the laborious time of hooking it up to our KitchenAid mixer. And we had a grinder on there, and it usually stopped up the grinder because of the oil in the almonds. And this is the best way to do it. It doesn't force the butter, the almond butter, out into it and stop up the machine. So the food processor, it uses a blade similar to this. Doesn't necessarily have to be this fine, whatever, but this does a good job. And the first thing we do is, of course, the bucket is this here, and I've already grind some already. And then snap that into place. Make sure we put this blade in first, because once you get the almonds in there, you can't get the blade down in it. I've done that before. So then, of course, pour the whole almonds in, and I usually fill it in the bucket to where it covers the top blade, and that's enough for one time. And you don't want to do it too much. If you want to make almond butter, and I have, you just keep it on, and pretty soon it'll whip it enough that it'll become butter. We're not going to do that today, though. We're going to do this, chop them up, bust them up a little bit, make a little powder, good to sprinkle over ice cream, oatmeal, the things I had mentioned before. Okay. Now I've got a layer over the top blade, and this is the lid. Of course, it's got a thing you can feed stuff down in while it's mixing if you need to, and you can measure it. Got a little measuring cup here that comes off. You can measure, or you can use it to pour stuff down into. Measuring hole. Good little tool. You need a tool like this if you're going to process your own foods, and we do that. We can stuff, and we try to make it to where it's healthy. Now, I know I don't look too healthy today because I got a back brace on, but that's from, I've had back problems for a long time. If I set it my steel guitar or stand in place here, and I try to stand straight, my back starts hurting me, and this helps a lot. So, at this age, I guess, I don't know what, if I'm in this bad shape at 24 years old, I don't know what I'm going to do when I turn 25. So, okay, got it all set up, got the lid on. Now, we've got two positions on this. Got a pulse where you can hold down, just do it off and on. I just turn it on until it gets to the consistency I want it. So here we go. a little annoyance, doesn't it? Wakes up the neighborhood. My God, wake up the neighborhood. Okay, I've done it enough that by sound, I know it's to the consistency I want. Next thing, take the lid off, pull the blade, make sure the blade's clean before you pull it out. And this is what it looks like in the jug. I'll pour it out over here. Like I said, this is the consistency. Good pieces to put in on especially ice cream, desserts, or whatever. And pour it in my big bucket here. And then once I get it in there, I just set it up here close there. Got my funnel we use for canning. The big lip funnel for the big lip jars. And then another tool. Love these tools. They work real good. Then I can just start filling the jar. Usually fill about 4 quarts of these at a time. I don't want to bust up too many because they can actually dry out, not taste as good. They're always better when they're fresh. So I've already done a number of jars, and then once this is done, it looks like I got pretty close to being able to get it all in here. Shake it, take a little bit of air out, and I'll have to use the rest to put in one of the other jars I've already filled. Cap it up, make sure the cap's on good and strong, and there, funnel, something to put it in so that you can, a good dipper, and of course your food processor. Okay, now this is the full jar, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up here with the others. I've got 4 quarts here in the cabinet, and this usually lasts my wife and I a month. If we have relatives, friends come over and they like to eat up almonds, they can eat all they want, and it might last a little longer. But that's not a 3-pound bag full that we get from the co-op. That's only about half that bag, maybe 1.5 pounds. So it does good, goes a long ways. Of course, I get natural cocoa, process it for hot cocoa or just anything you want to use it for. Even though I don't eat much chocolate, and of course we use liquid stevia, powdered stevia to sweeten things, a little vanilla, and process it. And that's about it for the almonds. So you can get really good almonds at a real decent price by going through a co-op and have them delivered to you. Well, they don't deliver it here. I have to go over to a specified area and pick them up. So, natural, good old whole almonds. Thank you for watching.